Joining me now is Charlotte Mortlock, a former colleague of mine here at Sky News and the founder of Hilma's Network, a group designed to get more women into the Liberal Party. Charlotte, what a shocking result at the weekend for the Liberal Party. I know that you and many others have diagnosed the problem and known it for a long time in terms of female representation. Why hasn't it been fixed by now?
Thanks for having me on, Kieran. Well, yeah, I think since about the 90s, women have been screaming out, demanding that there was some attention to this issue. And every time we do that after an election, we're told, be quiet. No one likes to, hear about the internal issues in the party. It doesn't look good for unity. And women, being the good girls that we are, listen to that, have goodwill in the party that they will fix it. And of course, it never gets fixed. It gets swept under the rug. And we wait 3 years hoping that something will change, and it doesn't. And so we are at a point now where women have to have, a little bit of a line in the sand and having some self-respect for themselves and say, you guys have promised time and time again that there'll be a change, and there hasn't.
You have said that the party membership, the structure and the nature of the membership is a big reason why the party faces oblivion right now. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I think, not only the Liberal Party, but also the Labor Party, you really struggle to attract people to be members of parties at the moment. And that's also what we're seeing around the world. Now, the problem for the Liberal Party is that the average Australian is a 37-year-old female. The average Liberal Party member is a male in his 70s. Now, our MPs have to appease those party members in order to win their pre-selections. But the problem is that we end up creating policy that might be popular with the base of our party, but it's actually repellent to broader society because those two demographics are so disconnected from one another. So until we can find a way to, I think, dilute the power of the membership in order to get a better representation of those thoughts and those soundboards for our policies, we're going to have really big issues.
Simon Birmingham, the former Senate leader and minister in a coalition government over many years, he says enough's enough. It's time for quotas to have enough women into the place in the first place. Do you agree with that?
100%. I'm not, calling for quotas. I'm demanding quotas at this point. I'm channeling some of the entitlement we see of some of our Liberal males who consistently ignore what needs to occur for this party to evolve and for this party to be electable again. It is absolutely paramount that we have quotas. I don't even think it's negotiable at this point. And if we, say we do targets again, for a third time, we're going to fail at that. I've seen some other ideas that we do recruitment drives. It is not the time for soft ideas. It is the time for really hard, concrete decisions to be made within this party. And unless we make them quickly, I really doubt that there'll be many Liberal women that will stick around for another 3 years waiting to find out if there is going to be reform or if it'll be swept under the rug again.
I know that it's obviously a very, brutal time right now for the Liberal Party. It was a thumping win for the Prime Minister, but there could be a couple of glimmers of hope on this issue that we're talking about. Zoe McKenzie looking promising, or like she might hold on in Flinders, and then Giselle Kaptirian in Bradfield and Amelia Hamer in Kooyong, all looking like they might get over the line. So that is a glimmer of hope, Charlotte, for your cause.
Yeah, I'm refreshing the, counts pretty regularly at the moment. I noticed just before I came on here that Giselle has taken the lead in Bradfield, which is phenomenal. Giselle would be, all of those women you mentioned would be fantastic, additions to our parliamentary team. And it's important to have those people at the party room, at the table where policy is being designed. It's not about ticking a box so we have more women. It is about having women there so we can create new policies that appeal more broadly to Australians. And the one thing I'll say is that, I really hope we get up a few new women into our party room. I know Mary Aldred will make a great contribution from Monash, but it still isn't going to be enough. you know, they can't say, oh, well, look, in the end, you ended up getting 2 or 3 new women. It's still not good enough. We don't have enough women in our party room, even with those. And it is time to really, really do a good hard look in the mirror and finally make the reforms that we should have made 30 years ago.
Yes, and I totally understand the point you're making, and they need more high-profile positions. The one thing that right now, I don't know if I'd wish this on anyone, certainly not a Liberal woman or any woman, is that the leadership of the parliamentary party, after such a flogging, maybe it's better to take a senior role, Zoe, or you know, the others promoted, and take the leadership a bit further down the track when it's closer to a prospect of getting government.
Yeah, so I think that is why quotas are really important, because even if we get a woman up now, it is potentially a bit of a glass cliff situation where you see the woman coming through when things are, you know, on their knees already. However, we can't say to the public, hey, we got this result at the weekend, and so here is a rinse and repeat of what we have always offered to Australians. I do think it's vital that we have a female as leader of our Liberal Party. I dare say that it would be great to have a deputy as well who was a woman. I think that would send a strong message to the public. But to your point, people are going to be circling like sharks in 6 months, a year's time to maybe go for the leadership again. And that is why we need something like quotas, that whoever is leader is not dependent on the structural reforms that we need as a party.
Yep, no worries. Well, I wonder if you're going to be listened to, Charlotte. Certainly we appreciate your time and your insights, and we wonder whether those men in the party are going to listen to some of these demands. We appreciate it, and thank you for your time, Charlotte.
Thanks, Kieran.